Ciao belli, welcome to a new vlog. Very special, this is the very first episode of a new series I'm launching on my YouTube channel. I'm asking my subscribers, friends, any creator out there to send me some videos to watch, and I will be giving possibly some constructive comments to enhance the quality of the video and video editing. For who doesn't know me, my name is Mamo. I'm a video maker. I've been working as a video maker, video editor for my whole career, so more or less 15 years working for Sony Pictures, mainly for 10 years as a promo producer, video editor. So that's my background in a few words, and this is the very first episode of this series. Let's get going. For this very first episode, I've been sent a lot of travel vlogs, so let's get going. I will be very blunt and direct, so don't take it personal. I just try to give, again, a positive feedback for you to possibly learn something new and make your videos better. Let's go. First vlog we're gonna review is from Backpacker Deep. I've been sent this video from, looks like a road trip, like a motorbike road trip. To help me with the videos, I'm opening Premiere Pro. I'm watching the videos in Premiere Pro so we can go frame by frame if needed as well. So let's start, and I wrote some notes and I give you some feedbacks here. So Deep, these are your feedback.
In this video, I will share with you the complete itinerary of my speedy road trip. I'll try to be descriptive.
Okay, a few things I'm noticing right away. First of all, it's good that you are telling me from the beginning what your video is about. So it's a road trip. I can see it's in the middle of the mountains, which is great. One thing I'm noticing straight away is the resolution of your file. So this is HD, it's not full HD. If it's possible, I would recommend to film in full HD just to enhance the quality of those, of those images, and I can see pixels here as well. But if you cannot, that's not a big deal. It's just a suggestion to film in full HD if you can. If you did film in full HD, also remember to export your file in full HD to match the resolution of the actual filming.
In this video,
okay. Something wrong with the audio. So as soon as we play the video, there's some kind of noise there. So it sounds like there's some clipping going on, or you were moving things like paper and stuff around your script probably.
in this video, I will share with you
And also, as you notice here, look at the levels of your audio. It's actually clipping, which means you are cutting out some of the waves over the audio. So the audio is basically in distorting. Okay, what I think you did, and tell me if I'm wrong. I actually give you an example with my microphone. I think you're talking directly into your microphone, something like this.
I think you are talking like this directly inside the microphone, so you can hear yourself breathing, and also a lot of blowing inside the mic. So I think that's what's happening with your video so far.
So when you're actually recording a voiceover, I would recommend to, be confident, maybe speak a bit more loudly and keep the microphone a bit further away from your mouth. If you're actually keeping it like that, as I'm supposing, just don't do that. Just hold it a bit further away from your mouth and, speak a bit more loudly, and that should solve the problem. What you can actually do as well, if your microphone is pointing directly to your mouth, maybe just tilt it or pan it to the side so the air blown from your mouth doesn't go directly inside the microphone, creating this distortion. I've noticed another couple of things here in the beginning. This image right here. So it seems like a mummy or something, but there's a lot of reflections of the glass around it, and I don't really understand what's going on. So when you have these type of images, I would avoid using them, to be honest, because it's just confusing and I'm not really understanding what's going on. And also right after, I think there's a black frame. So we got a mummy and then there's a black frame. And watching your video, I actually realized there's a lot of these black frames, or just one or two frames from another image. So make sure you always re-watch your video and make sure you cut these frames and stitch the other two together, for example, like this. So very quickly This is your frame, and you get rid of your black frame right there. Oh, there's actually 3 or 4 black frames. That's it. So now there's nothing in between. Okay, so always make sure you re-watch your video before exporting.
The complete itinerary of my speedy road trip. I'll try to be descriptive. I'll share the information about where you can stay.
Okay, here again there's something going on. So you've got the mountain, then you've got another frame of the same mountain actually, just shifted. There's 3 frames there, and then the guy on a bike. So this is very distracting. All these changes of frames are very distracting, so make sure you chop them out. Okay, the titles are nice. Again, it's very informative. I like that. I like these kind of travel vlogs where you give me information about the place. Okay, in this shot, for example, there's a bit of overexposure in the white of the waterfall, so make sure, again, the settings of your, I don't know, your camera or phone are correctly exposed. So usually if you have auto exposure, make sure you click on your monitor on the brightest part of the image and everything else will adapt. But in that way, you will make sure that the white is correctly exposed and not burned out.
Next day we traveled from Narvanda to Chitkur.
Okay, there was something I wanted to cover at. Okay, here it's 0056. Again, a lot of noises, like it seems like you're turning the page or touching the microphone. So all this stuff can be cut out during the video editing process. And again, I can show you quickly. You just chop it literally, and that's it. So you keep the music, but you cut out the noise you're making somehow. And the next one was at 107. These were some of my notes.
In addition to that, this is a major tourism attraction, so there are a lot of...
Again, guys, you can follow this on YouTube if you go to Deep YouTube channel, Backpacker Deep. Okay, check it out. We can work on this together.
Places to stay.
Okay, all these images where you're showing me the car and then the forest. Look at this.
So there are a lot of places.
So you're going up and then going down again. So these are all very quick images, and usually it's better to hold for a bit longer a still image. So show me the trees, then you cut to a different clip, a different shot, and you show me the car and you hold it for another 4 or 5 seconds. As a general rule, I usually keep the same clip for around 10 seconds, just to make sure I've got some handles during the video editing process. So that's a big tip, guys. Always keep your filming going for at least 10 seconds. If you want to do panning or tilting, do it slowly. Don't rush it, and don't show me 20 things at the same time. That's a big mistake I was making as well at the beginning. So what I'm noticing, there's a lot of landscapes images, which is great. 12 minutes, these are 12 minutes vlog, and I think it's just a bit too much for only landscapes. So you want to give people something a bit more engaging as well, and break your video editing down into different montages as well. So you can create, you know, your informative section where you give me the information, but then also show me what you're talking about. And I give you this example. When you go to 422,
the Q village is the host to the only natural mummy of India.
Okay, you're telling me there's a mummy, the only natural mummy in India, and you're showing me a mountain. So that's not related to the context of what you're talking about, and it kind of confuses me, and it doesn't really give me anything. So here I would recommend to put your mummy shot, for example. And also this shot of this mountain lasts from 440. So this only shot lasts 40 seconds. That is a huge amount of time for a video. I mean, a whole video can be 40 seconds, and you're showing me only one clip in that amount of time. So Again, I would break it down in montages or different angles of the same mountain if you have them. If you don't, that's something to keep in mind for the next vlog. So always take different angles of the same subject. That would help you definitely during the video editing, and that's called B-roll. So it's extra videos, extra clips you're recording to cover what you're talking about. You can check a lot of tips, guys, in my video down here below on how to vlog. So there's a lot of these tips as well, so make sure you check it out. Also, yes, you can break your video editing and your video with other types of montages. So there's a really cool shot, actually the last shot here, where you show me your friends. This is a funny photo, but it would have been nice to see more of you guys as well, having fun and, you know, talking to the camera instead of just landscapes, because it's quite hard to keep focus and watch a video of 12 minutes just of landscapes and hearing someone talking in the background. I'm not really engaging with you, with the person behind the camera, and I need to know you to trust you and to follow your vlogs. Otherwise, I'm just watching nature for 50 minutes, which is great, but it's nice to, again, interact with the person who is talking. Okay, 7:20, that was my next. Okay, there's your photo, and then
Post office.
Here. There's another 3 frames of a mountain, like randomly. So again, just make sure you watch your video and you stitch your clips together.
Post office exists. So this post office is highest post office in the entire world.
Okay, you're talking about the post office. So why there's no footage of post office, for example? You could have taken different angles of the post office and covered this section. But it's really good that you actually give me information. So don't take anything, you know, and don't take it in a bad way. It's a positive comment, and it's a good thing you're actually telling me stuff. And the last thing, I guess, for your video, so 11:43, 45, where you're actually zooming in the picture, I would avoid digital zooms possibly. And if you do, make sure you keep your device steady. So if you were on a bike, just stop for a second, you know, put your phone on the saddle with your arm steady and take one clip, like a 10-second clip. Because when you zoom in, of course, it's more difficult to keep your image steady. So you need to make sure you have a solid grip to your device and a steady shot. Right, thanks a lot, Deep. I'm gonna move to the next video, which was sent by JM Rosale, Miko Rosales, that's his channel. Guys, forgive me if I pronounce your names wrong. And this is a video about El Nido, Palawan. Okay, so it's actually a travel video more than a vlog. So there's just images and music, and we're gonna play through again in Premiere. Yeah, I like the music. Okay. Okay, quick feedback straight away. I like the little graphic here. It's nice and clean. El Nido, that's what I need to know. Perfect. That's where we are. The waves is fine. There's one thing I noticed. There's a clip that was duplicated and reflected, so I would avoid all this kind of stuff. I would spend more time in filming more clips rather than reproducing the same clip different times and trying to hide it and cheat somehow. So like that was the same clip as the beginning, if I'm not wrong. So these 2 clips are the same. And this clip of your shadow in the water, I think, is the same as the next. Just reflected. So again, I would avoid all this stuff. I'm not sure if you put a filter on your image, but I actually like it. It's kind of vintagey and it looks good. And it's something I would keep throughout your video as we watch it now. The music is really good. It's very cheerful, good vibes. I like it. It makes me dance, and it kind of matches your, you know, the happiness of this place. It's sunny. There's blue sea, so it works well. So landscapes, being on a boat. Okay, the problem with the travel videos is that there is not a proper message unless you build a story through the video. And here there's neither of them. So I would advise to either create a story, it could be your daily story, even without words, but just showing me how you get to the place and what's happening after, and including of course the landscapes, shots, or you just build a vlog. So in this way, I don't really get much from the video, apart from some nice landscapes, which might be your purpose. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I'm not getting much out of the video. Okay, here, when you show me the corals, for example, as I mentioned to Deep before, I think it's good to take different angles of the same subject. So we've got a couple of wide angles of the corals. It would have been nice if you could go underwater a bit more and take some close-ups of the corals or of the fish. That would have worked a bit better to me. Okay, this shot was something I thought about, and it doesn't have a point for different reasons. First of all, you're shooting the sun, so against the sun. That's something to take into considerations, and possibly avoid to shoot directly towards the sun, because it will blow out your image. It's overexposed, and you can... I'm not sure what you wanted to show with this clip, because we can't see no one's face. So I can't see this guy's face. I cannot see this guy's face. And I can't even see the landscapes properly, so that's good. Okay, there's a bit of drops on your lens, so always make sure you wipe your lens, especially in these conditions, guys, where the wind is blowing, of the some water drops on your lens. Always make sure you wipe your lens before starting filming again. Okay, that's another image that's to me doesn't represent anything. It's the roof of the boat. It's like a curtain. It doesn't help to tell the story. It doesn't show me anything. So avoid all these images. They're just pointless for the video. Okay, overexposed again, as I mentioned to Deep. If you're filming on mobile phones where the dynamic range of the device is not great, always make sure, if you are on auto exposure, always make sure you tap on the brightest part of the image and everything else will adapt. It will become a bit darker, but in that case you will not overexpose your image. And yeah, same here, is overexposed. This image is overexposed as well. See, that's exactly what I mean. What is it? Here, the exposure is actually good. So you've got the darkness, the dark part of the image, and the sky is still watchable. It's not overexposed, it's not blown out. So that's what you want to do with the rest of your images. I like this vintage look. I think this, again, the ending is a bit random. It's a very sudden ending, and it kind of leaves me, you know, in the limbo, so I don't know what's going on. JM, for you, I think you should focus more on the story, and yeah, and mind the exposure of the camera. Again, don't take anything personal. It's just my opinion and my experience in filmmaking. All right, so let's go to the next, and I've got, oh yeah, guys, check Miko at Miko Rosales on YouTube, so go and subscribe. Bang. And also Backpacker Deep, subscribed. Now we got to Lilai. She just subscribed to my channel, so I subscribe back. And let's have a look at this video. Thanks for sending the video last minute as well. She was a bit scared. Don't be scared, I'll be kind. Okay, so okay, that was the very first thing I noticed, a random sound at the beginning of the video. So again, as I mentioned before, guys, try to edit out any possible noise you don't need in your video. So that, chop that out. Okay, here we've got 6 seconds of people's back, which I would cut, and actually I'll scroll through your video. Okay, here. When we are at 19 seconds from the beginning, you tell me where you are. So I would actually start your video right here. So the next time maybe face the phone and tell me where you are straight away. And you can say, we are in this temple in Japan today, blah, blah, blah. So I already know where we are. I know who you are. And then you can cut and show me the place. So the slideshows are nice, the graphics looks nice and clean. Okay, yeah, the title as well looks nice, it's really nice, like the colors. That's funny.
When you were in Japan and...
Okay, something I noticed in the beginning is your audio, like the voice, the microphone. I don't know if it sounds a bit muffled. So how do you actually record? This is a genuine question. How do you record your vlogs when you, is it through your phone? Do you have a microphone? Just leave me a comment down here and I might be able to help.
Yeah.
There is some distortion or it's cutting out some frequencies. So there's something going on there.
When you were in Japan and is looking for the best place to experience.
So the audio of your voiceover sounds much better than your camera audio for some reason. Nice, as deep as well. It's a very informative video. I like it. That's the kind of vlog I would watch because I want to learn about the place, the costs and so on. So good on that.
Some shrines in Kyoto for just one day. So if your schedule is quite tight.
Okay, thing I noticed, your camera is too shaky and you're moving all over the place. So again, that's the advice I gave before, and it's to hold your shot for a bit longer to the same subject. So it's better to do so than try to show me everything at the same time in 2 seconds and it's gonna give me a headache. So instead, you know, choose the temple, stick to the temple for 10 seconds, then move around, show me some details of the temple and so on. So it's better to keep your shot steady than moving around and try to show me different things at the same time. And again, that's something I used to do a lot, guys. So it's just practice. When you're actually taking a shot, count up to 10. So I have a building right there. I hold my camera for 10 seconds. I just hold it there. Then I've got my friend talking and I hold the camera 10 seconds on the face of my friend for 10 seconds. Okay, so just really make it a habit to count in your head. It really helps when you are in the video editing process.
You can try this one-day itinerary.
See, it's very shaky here, so try to keep your shots steady.
Before I start, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell
I did, I've subscribed.
button.
Okay.
First stop, Arashiyama Bamboo Grove in Tenjo.
For instance, some photos work much better than shaky videos, like this photo works really nice with the title. You're showing me where you were and it's watchable, you know. We got to 2 minutes 07. This clip from 1:45. So this clip lasts 30 seconds and there's nothing going on. Again, I'm just seeing ponchos and that's it. It's shaky. So all this section is pointless to the story of the video. I would just chop it out, to be honest. I like the clouds, that's cool, but it doesn't help me with the story. Again, the old clip actually lasts 40 seconds. It's very long. So here you start talking about the temple, and I would advise to show me the temple.
Part of Kyoto. After you explore the garden and the most specific area in Kyoto.
Yeah, maybe more of these photos. That would be nice, and it would help me to understand the place and the history of the place. Okay, avoid taking shots as you walk. Again, just stop for a few seconds, take your shot, you know, walk again, take another shot, but always stop walking, guys, unless you have a gimbal. It's very distracting to the eye. Okay, that was something strange as well. So you've got some music here with the image, showing me the image, and then the music drops and there's no noise. And to my brain and eye, it's really weird because there's nothing going on apart from some trees. So the tip I would give is to work more with the music and the images together. So when the music is fading and there's no any sense to keep showing the same image, just make the image fade as well with the music together. And that's something we need to work on as well, the rhythm of the video. So build the rhythm of the video on the rhythm of the song as well. Not too much, but you know.
When we did our research for this trip,
okay. I really like the idea of the maps. It really helps the travelers to get from a place to another. But I think in comparison, there's too much maps and not enough images of the place, as I mentioned before. I want to see the place, you know, before I go. I want to see if I'm going to enjoy the temple. More of this, for example.
It has 2 floors that are completely covered in gold leaf.
Okay. And here again.
So their temple was...
Show me more of these. Oh, this is something I just noticed. Mind your framing. So here your image got moved and there's a black stripe at the end of the video. So make sure in the video editing process, again, you always re-watch your video. And also there's some black on the side. There's a black stripe. And here as well. So always make sure you frame and you scale up your clips with the same size, basically. Yeah, cool. I like the graphics. These are nice, explanatory graphics, which is great. The final thought was about the end. Again, was a bit random, showing you guys going back to your accommodation. I don't think that's needed. It's something I don't need to know, and it doesn't really help the story again. So you showed me the temples hopping throughout the vlog, and then you end up going to your accommodation, which again doesn't really help. So personally, I would have ended the vlog in one of the temples saying, you know guys, that was my temple shopping tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Like, finish your vlog in one of the temples. My opinion anyway. Thanks for sending your video. Now, let's go to Luis Gabriel Cortez. I don't know, it just doesn't match the images. So I would have gone with something a bit more cheerful, like Miko, that, you know, that was a cheerful vibes, cheerful travel. It was a travel vlog music. And classical music with traveling, it can work, but it's tricky. So that was my first impression when I started your video anyway. Okay. Another big tip I gave in my vlog is to avoid all these type of shots. So when you are in a car, when you're on a plane, showing me the journey from a place to another, all this stuff is being overused. It's not very engaging in the end, so I would avoid all this kind of stuff. Unless, again, you give me a nice montage of the time passing through the day. That could work. As a beginning of the vlog, again, I would start with the best images you've got. And that's something I keep repeating as well. Nowadays, people have a lot of content they can watch, and you need to grab people's attention in the first 5 seconds, guys. Otherwise, it's hard your audience will stick to your video for much longer, to be honest. So as I checked your video up to the end, more or less, you got really nice drone images just at the end of your video. And that's a mistake, because if you don't grab people's attention in the beginning, it's hard they will reach the end. And these images of the drone are really nice, so I would suggest to start with your drone's photos at the beginning. In that case, I would go, whoa, this lake is nice. I'm gonna check what this guy has done, you know. So that's my first suggestion. And here you've got your images. Here we go. You've got these nice drone shots. You know, you could have started with these shots and you would have grabbed my attention straight away. As we're actually checking the drone shots, my suggestion is not to speed them up, because these are actually nice shots. So why are you rushing through them? Let me enjoy the clips, you know. Give me some time to enjoy them. For example, Okay, this one in particular, 1625. If you guys go at 1625, look at it. It's literally 2 seconds, and this clip could have lasted even 5-6 seconds. So give me the time to enjoy the blue of the water, you know, that kind of stuff. And make me breathe the nature, because it's amazing there. And also, if you slow down your clip, that would reduce the shakiness of your shot, as you notice here. And that's it's cheating again, it's a trick, but see, the shot is shaky. If you slow down your clip, I wouldn't have noticed the shakiness of the camera as much as I do now, because you speeded up the clip. Right, let's go to the next comment. It was a comment about the audio. Have a look at your audio here, audio levels, when the music is up, and then look at it when you start talking. So that goes up to 0, and then down to 18, 20. So that's something you need to work with your audio mix, and make sure you work on the levels of the audio, and always make sure more or less the music and your voice matches the same level. Otherwise you have these waves going up and down, and people have to, you know, keep lowering the volume or putting up the volume according to what's going on in the video. So yeah, work with your audio levels basically. Okay, something I noticed here as well is the framing. There's a lot of air, we call it air. Too much air above your head. As you can see here, me in this shot, there's a tiny bit of air above, and it's more about my torso and my head. Here you've got basically half of your frame full of air. Okay, quick tip as well. Avoid to shoot again against the light. There's a lot of overexposure right there, but that's something I still do when I vlog, because I realize it's hard to, you know, keep watching around and take really care of the light. But, you know, something that can improve the video for sure. 414, that's my next comment. So we scroll down. Okay, here. As a general feedback for you, Luis, is your clips are very long. Again, you stick to the same subject for 40 seconds, 1 minute, and that's, again, it's a huge amount of time, especially because I don't see your face. So you keep showing me the stuff, but I'm not engaged with you. I don't know you. Do you know what I'm saying? I need to see you talking to the camera as well, and narrow down your talking as well a little bit. Like this clip here at 4:15. So from 4:15 we got to 6 minutes. And that's 1 minute and 45 seconds of the same clip. That is definitely too long, Luis. So I would definitely chop this down. If you want to really keep all the information you're giving me, you need also to shoot more B-roll. So make sure you take different angles of the same subject. Take videos of your friend moving around. I don't know, do something, but that is a really long clip. So far, guys, I think the main tip is to take more B-roll. That's something I would suggest to everyone. There was another example when I wanted to cover this particular thing. Okay, here at 10:36, you are talking about the rooms, if I'm not wrong. I'm just listening to it in Spanish. And I understand you're talking about the rooms. So in this case, I'm expecting to see the rooms. But instead, you're showing me cars, and then you spin the camera and you're showing me the road. And again, I don't understand why. I don't see the context of what you're talking about. Okay, so as a general tip for you, more B-roll, definitely. Show me more stuff. It's a very long vlog as well. 20 minutes is it's a demanding time for an audience on YouTube. Okay, there's something else I noticed here at 15:45. Okay, here, if I'm not wrong, you're actually describing what you're seeing. And that's something, again, that doesn't engage with people. So I don't need to know that there is a dog there. How can that make the story better to me as a viewer? And also I can see what's going on there, so I don't need you to tell me again what I'm seeing. Basically, that's the point I'm trying to achieve here. And again, it's a quite long clip, so it's like 30 seconds clip, and that's the shame, because now you've got these nice drone shots again, which they could be used at the beginning. So that's definitely the kind of B-roll you want more for your next vlog. So more drone shots, more close-up of nature as well. I can see you use a gimbal as well, so definitely you can use that tool for some nice B-roll. And here I'm realizing maybe work a bit more on the choice of the music as well. It's usually out of context. So this is a quite heavy soundtrack, and I don't see it with the food you're eating right now. It just doesn't match, if you know what I'm saying. It's like a drum and bass track, and it doesn't match your images. Right, perfect. I think that's all for you, Luis. Again, thanks for sending your video. Don't take anything personal. Again, it's just my personal feedback through my experience. But well done, everyone, so far. It's great to see actually content from other travel vloggers. And now we go to the last video. And I've got Tevon. I hope I pronounced it correctly again. Tevon Payne, you can check him out on this channel, Tevon Payne. So go check him out, guys, and let's watch the video together right here.
Hey, what's up, everyone? In this episode, I teach Kara how to snowboard, and later in the video, watch her go flying down the mountain. Comment down below if you think I'm a good snowboard instructor, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like.
Okay, good stuff. A couple of good things I like, which is the white frame around your image. It's really nice and clean, and I like the white color in photos and videos, so it works really well. It's good that you give me information straight away as well at the beginning of your video, and you're actually showing me who you are and your friend.
Hey, what's up?
I like the title, nice and clean, with a bit of brushes here, texture.
During the video, watch her go flying down the mountain. Comment down below if you think I'm a good snowboard instructor, and don't.
Okay, there's something going on with the audio here, your mic. It sounds muffled again, so what are you shooting on? And it's something, again, I want to know. So if you can comment below, it would be nice to hear that. Because actually I realize when you talk to the camera, the sound is okay, but when you're doing the voiceover, it's probably a different device and it sounds muffled.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Christmas Day snowboarding.
Tevon here at 44 seconds, for example, you've got 3 different audio clips, I think. So you've got your voiceover talking, explaining what's going on in the video. Then you've got yourself talking in the video and the music, and it's too confusing. There's too much going on in terms of audio. So that is really distracting to me. And I would keep only your voiceover and the track, possibly. Get rid of the clip audio. So there.
I did a very good job of explaining what I mean, but she gets it.
Here as well is just too much going on in terms of audio.
So she should probably stop.
There's 2 voices plus the music, which also the music is quite loud, so I would advise to work on the levels as well. When you talk, just lower the volume of the music basically, and then pick it up again, you know, when you don't talk and so on. I really like the quality of the image. Is it an action camera? Did you record on a GoPro or something? So it's really nice and clean, not pixels. It's really pleasant to watch, you know, it's nice. And the shots are steady, they're long enough for me to enjoy the landscape, to, you know, see who you are and what you're doing. So that's great. Again, I would shoot more B-roll though. So as you're snowboarding, there's a lot of stuff you could film. You could film your board, and also action cameras. You can put it anywhere. You could have put it on your helmet. That's what I do when I do snowboarding. You can put in your board. You can show me the, you know, the snow kind of floating and that kind of stuff. All details, guys. Don't forget the details in video making are essential to tell the story. 312. There was something here I wanted to mention. There's a couple of black frames as well in your video. So if you go at 312 more or less, here we go. you can spot this black frame. So from here, from the lifts, there's a black frame and go actually a couple of black frames. One frame, and then you go to your friend. So again, rewatch your video before exporting it and make sure there's no black frames. So that's the kind of B-roll I was talking about. Here, when your friend is tightening up the bindings, it would have been nice to take some close-ups of the action. You know, different angles, that kind of sound effects, that would really make the video more engaging. Okay, here I think you had some drops of snow on your lens. Again, wipe your lens before start filming, especially if you drop with your action camera on the snow. That's what happened to me. 447. Okay, if we go to 447 here, Devon, there's... Okay, I was spotting your white frame is changing the size for some reason. So look at the frame now, and then at 448. It kind of is been moved or scaled down. So again, make sure you rewatch your stuff before exporting. And then it actually changes a couple of times. From here, it goes back there. A couple of more things for you, which is 658. I like the double frame here, a bit of a camera recording, which is cool. It's nice and clean, again, not overdone. And here again, there's so much audio going on. So
And yeah, here I am.
there is the noise of the board on the snow, the music, someone talking and you talking.
1 year and a couple months later.
You really need to cut some of that. You need to make a choice. So what's more important, your voiceover or the audio of your clip, the music? What is it? And also the music as someone singing. So it's really confusing at this point. Last comment was actually about the old video. So your title here is the best thing to do in Japan. Beginner teaching a beginner to snowboard. And then again, some stuff about Japan. So from the title, I wasn't sure if your video was about a snowboarding tutorial or a travel vlog to Japan. So what to do in Japan. And also throughout the video, you're not telling me anything about Japan. So this video could have been filmed anywhere in the world and I wouldn't know. So there's not travel tips, which that was something I was expecting from your title. It wasn't really a snowboarding tutorial. So I was a bit confused on what the message of the video was overall. So that's something I would recommend to everyone as well, guys. Before starting a video or a vlog, make sure you choose a subject and you stick to the subject until the end. So until the upload of your video to YouTube, until the decision of your title and the thumbnail you're gonna use for the specific video. But that was great, guys. It was really good fun to check your creations. Please keep sending them. I will keep making some of these vlogs, and I really hope I could give you some positive and constructive feedback. Once more, don't take anything I say personal or in a bad way. Is just, again, something I learned through my years of filmmaking and video editing. So I hope you can get it in a positive way. But now it's my turn to say, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. God bless. Thanks for sending the video, guys. You rock.
Seems all good time.